Why, hello there. My name is Dusty Duprell. This is my story of American Ninja Warrior submission and the call that I got from casting. So in December of 2019, I submitted to compete on American Ninja Warrior. The only thing is that my submission was very last minute. Literally 1 minute left on the clock before the deadline. I hit submit, the video's uploaded. It was so last minute that my submission video in my mind was horrible. I forget about it. Well, I forgot anyways until January 19th, I get an email from American Ninja Warrior Casting. They asked me if I would create a second video, a redo submission video to strengthen my submission for American Ninja Warrior before they submit it to the producers. The idea of being on American Ninja Warrior actually became something that was tangible. All of a sudden there was like this, I don't know what the right word is actually for it, because it's not excitement, it's not motivation, but it's kind of the combination of those two things. Like, now I had a purpose. I think that's what I'm looking for. I had a purpose in my training. But in this video, I just want to show my submission video, the second one I did, the redo video, and then I want to show the original so you can see the comparison. You can see what the original video was and why it maybe caught the casting people's eyes. And you can critique my resubmission video. I think I have like the slimmest of chances now getting casted, but I'm still waiting. Holding out hope that I'd be on the last day of Washington, DC. And yeah, I guess there might be like a glimmer of hope that I will still get the call in the next day or two, but it's not looking likely. I was hoping this would be a completely different video, but it is what it is. And I'm completely happy with that because two things, coronavirus, and two, I compete the best. I perform the best, I train the best when I have a chip on my shoulder, when I have something to prove. So guess what? The next year is gonna be a total transformation and rebirth of Dusty Duprell as he reaches his final form. I wanna welcome you to the beginning, the start of something big. This is gonna become my danger room. So right now my training facility is put at maybe 25% complete. Maybe we should start with an introduction. My name is Dusty Duprell. A little bit about me. I am currently a resident of Atlanta, Georgia, where I work as a consultant, and my trade is software engineering. What I do is I go to different companies and I work with them to help improve both their software and their culture. I'm at the stage in my life where I've just relegated myself to only wearing jumpsuits and business overalls. I work in an industry where it's very much expected that you kind of dress business casual. So I thought it would be funny if I showed up to work in a pair of overalls, but they were formal. I guess like the best way to explain why I want to compete in American Ninja Warrior is to give you my stats. I'm 6'1", 190 pounds, and in 2 weeks' time, I will be 39 years old. And that is something that gives me a little bit of pause. I have a great amount of concern with aging. And I'm not talking about the vanity of getting older. Like, my hair is all but completely gone. Like, I have ringing in my left ear from loss of hearing. I've got wrinkles on my face. Like, that's just part of the deal. But what I am concerned about is the degradation of my strength, my endurance, a general decline in my body's ability to perform. When that ability starts to slip, it takes with it an untold potential. It takes with it opportunities. I can choose to accept that my body's gonna get old and tired and wore down, or I can actively challenge myself to continually grow and set the goal of becoming better and better every year. If I don't do that, if I don't fight against it, if I don't try my best to challenge myself, I could potentially end up at the end of my life with a huge question of, did I really do everything I was capable of? What I gained in my 30s is this intense discipline drive to do the things that I've always wanted to do. And part of it comes out of a fear, like a fear that there's only so much time left that I have to really do these things. And I entered my 30s, really out of shape. And at first, like, my transition back into health and being active and physically fit, it was the journey of moving from obesity to healthy. And like, one of the things that I did that really like changed my life in a big way and showed me that I still have all this potential like left in my life was I trained for a Spartan race with the goal of getting in the top 3. As unreasonable as it may seem for a 215-pound man, but once I had that goal, my mind locked in on it, and I trained my body to do that. And it was one of the greatest moments of my life. I got beat by two 26-year-olds, and then behind me, like 3-4 minutes behind me, were a whole wave of people that were a decade younger than me, not able to keep up. And I'm like, what next? What else can I do? So I start going down these list of the things that I wanted to do my entire life, but just never did.
The legendary front flip. A 37-year-old man is going to defy all odds of Mother Nature, aging.
Oh, I got scared there. So this is what was amazing about the process. When I do these things, it's like rejuvenating my soul. The only thing like I can really liken it to is like when you ride a bike for the first time. Bike seems to be propelling itself by a force that you've never even felt or could describe until that moment. And there's a magic to it. That's what American Ninja is for me now. It's like this next big challenge. And the mindset behind my success in the Spartan racing can be applied to Ninja Warrior. And I've proven that I can study my weaknesses, I can study other athletes, and I can study courses to design workouts that can increase my chances of success. So I've decided to dedicate myself to becoming someone that can not only compete on American Ninja, but can do exceedingly well. I'm a late bloomer. I mean, I didn't really reach my full athletic potential until I was 37, and it's continuing to grow. And I didn't find my wife until I was 30. And now we are at the point where we want to start our own family. So it's incredibly important that I do these things because I want my child to know me in my prime. I'm going to have a son or a daughter, and I want to experience life with them. I want to match their energy. I want to be young with them. God, I mean, like, think about how cool that is. Like, the kid's gonna be like 4 or 5. He or she's gonna find out about American Ninja, and I'm just gonna play it like completely cool. Like, oh yeah, I know about that show. She's like, oh, and kids will be like, oh, you know about this? I'm like, yeah, I used to watch it. Not only did I used to watch it, I was on it. In that moment, the possibilities of what's attainable in their world would have completely shifted. Because I remember when I saw stuff on TV, growing up in South Dakota, that was miles away. And that's why I gotta push, man. Like, that would be a beautiful moment. I want to welcome you to the beginning, the start of something big, of creating a home American Ninja style gym. This is going to become my danger room. Oh. All right, step 1, don't do this in a room that you care about.
As I was making this submission video, I'm trying to think about what is the dramatic story. The real reason I'm competing on American Ninja Warrior is really much more grounded, and there are these reminders day in and day out that my body is getting older. I have a constant ringing in my ear from the loss of hearing. I have very little hair left on my head. I have to pump my legs almost daily because I have poor circulation. And I don't want to get to the end of my life and have this question of, did I really achieve all the things that I was truly capable of achieving? The older I get, the stronger this fear inside of me becomes that I'm not doing enough to challenge myself to live out to my full potential. Today, I'm about to embark on something that has been a childhood aspiration of mine, the legendary front flip. Okay, so I got scared there. Truth be told, I don't have a lot of natural physical athletic talents, but I have an amazing determination. So much so that I went from being completely out of shape to placing top 3 in a Spartan Elite race. Through just the sheer determination of will, I forced my body to do something that it wasn't capable of doing just a year or two prior.
But what I can do is put my body and skill set to that level.
It's just a constant reminder, and truth be told, a motivator that I need to keep pushing forward. I feel that my mind and my body is strong. My mind and my spirit are young. And if I let my body go, if I don't keep pushing it, then I'm giving in. Getting old to me is this thing that I never want to yield to. I always want to fight against it. So, the pain, the discomfort, the slower healing, these are things that I actively welcome, because it's just a reminder of like how much harder I need to push day in and day out. But I know my mentality, I know my resolve, I know the power of my mind to push my body beyond its limits. And I know that not only can I transform it to compete, I can to be on the show, I can rival other athletes that are already on it. I have to do it. The alternative of not doing it is giving in to age. It's letting go. It's dying, and I won't do it.
And if you like both those videos, if you think they're entertaining, I would ask you to think about subscribing, because we're on a wild and crazy ride together. And if this video is helpful, if you like this video, if you like me, if you like my drawing, I did that, think about subscribing. Got a lot of stuff going, a lot of interesting things happening.